Ladies and gentlemen, real quick, before we get to the video, just so you know what's happening, you may or may not have heard that I was recently let go from my place of employment. And so yada, 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 a lot of stuff happened. I am currently in the process of releasing pretty much everything from the Patreon behind the paywall to YouTube in an effort to revitalize the channel and hopefully make a run for this being, you know, my full-time gig. So if you would like to see that happen, links in the description. You can support the channel and yeah, show your support. All right, now the video. So, ladies and gentlemen, hello. Welcome to John House. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. A little bit, not the, I don't think we've done, oh, well, we did it as a live stream a couple of months ago. But today, what we're going to be doing is taking a look at the entire, the other one, BABYMETAL album. With one of the supporters over on the Patreon was kind enough to supply me with a link from their most recent show where they played 4 or 5 tracks. Yeah, it looks like they did 5. Metal Kingdom, Divine Attack, Light and Darkness, Monochrome, and The Legend. So all 5 of those from those shows are going to be, what would you say, superimposed over the studio versions of that spot in the album. So we're going to go through the album track by track. Depending on Amuse filters, we'll see how much of this video actually makes it to YouTube, but the entire thing, full on in its entirety from start to finish, will be available on the Patreon to the cover charge tier. So that's $3.50 a month. If you want to just watch the whole thing without any interruptions or broken up into several videos, or, you know, having stuff cut out to get around filters or whatever, then you can head over to the Patreon and for a scant $3.50 a month, check out all of the Patreon only exclusive content. Really, it's a deal. Okay, it's a deal. Okay, so here's a look at the track list. This is how we're going to be going through it. We have we're going to be starting with Metal Kingdom live from the recent show that they did, and Divine Attack also from the live show. And then we have Mirror Mirror music video, or not music video, the lyric video loaded up, ready to go as well. And then Maya, Time Wave, Believing, and Metalism, all the studio versions. And then we're going to finish it out with Monochrome, Light and Darkness, and The Legend, again, from this most recent live performance that one of the Patreon subscribers was kind enough to donate to yours truly. So I hope you're ready. I know I am, to dig into this album so I can actually finally start listening to it, you know, on my own. So we're actually going to be taking a look at the start of the show, too. I think there's 5 or so minutes of, I don't know what you would call it, preamble, you know, before the show actually starts. So we're going to take a look at that. And then the first 2 tracks from this performance are the first 2 tracks from the new album. So we're just going to listen to the whole thing. It should be about 15 minutes or maybe a little bit longer of the show that we'll get to see. So without further ado, here the fuck it is.
The name of the other BABYMETAL story that remains untold is The Other One. It is a story of metal spirits who continue to live in 10 new worlds, existing beyond time and space.
Dude, this is so cool.
Throne, Cavalry, Mirror, Illusion, Transition, Inverted Mirror Reflection, Smoke.
Inverted mirror reflection? What do you mean by that?
Monochrome, Light and Darkness, Coffin.
Okay, so hold on. Before we go further, that was actually really cool. So I want to go back and see, because I'm pretty sure each one of those directly correlates with one of the tracks from the album. So So throne, obviously, I mean, for my money, that would be Metal Kingdom.
Cavalry.
A divine attack. I mean, it's pretty obvious, considering the music video for that one. Very cavalry-esque.
Mirror.
Mirror. Mirror, mirror. I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? It's hard to fuck that one up.
Illusion.
Maya? Because Maya is in, you know, I guess Hindu or Buddhist theology or mythology. Maya is the illusion of the world. I think it's going just like right in order down the track list because yeah.
Transition.
Transition. Well, Time Wave is next on the album, but I mean, I guess so.
Inverted mirror reflection.
Okay. Like this one's amusing to me. Inverted mirror reflection. It's a little bit clunky. And Believing is the next track on the album. So Inverted Mirror Reflection is Believing. You know, I kind of want to keep these in mind too as we move through the album, because again, like Inverted Mirror Reflection, it seems clunky to me, but I'm sure that it's intentional and that in some way it relates to the track itself. I mean, I think Inverted Mirror Reflection would be more like appropriate for metalism.
Smoke.
Smoke? Is that what we're going with for metalism?
Monochrome.
Monochrome. That one is a secret. I'm not sure if that correlates to the track called Monochrome.
Light and darkness.
Oh, Light and Darkness. Another tricky one.
Coffin.
Coffin. For the legend? Okay. All right. See, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Baby Metal knows how to put on a show, and they know how to build mystique, and they know how to amp you up. I'm hyped. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep going.
Finally, the clock of fate begins to tick. As darkness covers the earth, hope in the 10 apostles from the New World unite in order to liberate the seal of that legendary metal spirit. Time has come for us to unify our voices once again. The Foxgate, where the dormant legendary metal spirits await.
Dude, this is so
where a new
cool.
journey will begin.
This is so fucking cool, man. Okay, hold on. There we go. There's so much suspense. Ooh, I really like the lighting there. Just a little bit. Yeah. It's the attention to detail, ladies and gentlemen. Dude! Dude! Ah! Yes! Yo, with those thrones, though. Already. Yo! Hype! Hype! Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so cool. This is so badass! Yo, you're rushing a little bit, crowd. You're rushing a little bit. I know you're excited, I'm excited too. Alright? Just come off the beat a little bit. You're a little ahead. You're trying to speed it up. Fucking listen to me. Mm-hmm. Yes! That's what's up. That is what is up! Yo, is her voice better now than it was on the studio album? I think it is. I really think it is. Again, I think there's more edge to it, too. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just more clued into it, but it really feels like there's more edge to her voice. Oh. That's so good. Ah! Ah! God! Okay, all right. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna pause just for a second. Okay, I thought my audio levels were coming in a little bit low, so I adjusted them off camera. That's all. Anyway, we were having a discussion about why, you know, Oh, that's what I wanted to say too. The way that Moa's, they're not even really background vocals, but the supporting vocals, it's not quite as elegant as the way it like bled in through the studio version. There is a more clear distinction between what Moa does and where Sue takes over. But did you hear what it sounds like? Do you hear what the Kami band brings to the table, man? Just oh my goodness. Enough. Oh my God. So I mean, there you have it. There's Metal Kingdom. Plus with the show opener, hits different than just listening to the studio version, especially as the opener, and you know, with what the Kami band, the Kami band brings to the table. I mean, Sue's vocal work is even more refined and dynamic than it was even in the studio, and it was great in the studio. So it's just like all around, this is awesome. All right, so let's keep going because right now is Divine Attack. So here it is. Let's listen. Don't look at me while I drink. It's legitimately like, yo, okay, here's the thing. Specifically with this venue, man, I get like serious Metroid Prime Echoes vibes. I don't know about y'all, but this really feels like, what was it, Dark Aether? dark aether, the dark world from Metroid Prime 2 echoes. Really has that like haunting vibe to it. Don't hate it. Actually kind of love it. Anyway. That's nice. Yeah, all right. Preach! Love it. Yes! Yes! All right, hold up. Okay, so let's listen to these sections back to back. I have them queued up, and then we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it here. So this is the studio version. Okay, so there's that. Now this. Okay, so and maybe there's not such a stark difference between the studio version and the live version, but I think one of the biggest like differences is the amount of like breathability that you feel in the song in the live version as opposed to the studio version. So in the studio version, which is a great track, okay, but it feels like a little chaotic, kind of like they're trying to get everything done at the same time. And so it in addition to feeling chaotic, it also feels maybe a little bit rushed, in my opinion, comparatively speaking. With the live version, with the mixing and the mastering, it's just like it's top tier mixing and mastering. And so each instrument has its own space in the mix, and so it gives this sense that that the everything from the vocals to the drums to the guitar, like all of it has its own space, and so the whole thing feels like it's breathing a little bit easier. And so I think this is a more accurate representation of what the song really is supposed to be. Because I know that there's some contention about like a guitar solo should be in this one, and to some extent maybe in the studio version, because it felt compact. It felt like it was rushing to get somewhere, but then there wasn't a guitar solo in it, and I could see how some people would leave feeling like maybe something was missing. And to be honest with you, there was a little bit of that for me too. The first time I listened to it, I'm like, okay, I see. It feels like this is not the final version of the song. Really, is how I felt about it. The live version, yeah. Yeah, and it's just that little bit, like, I think it's just a little bit of space for each of the instruments to be able to really kind of open up and breathe. And so as a listener, those distinctions between the instruments are a little bit clearer. And so that makes the whole thing feel more organic. Okay. Okay, hold on, because the lighting there looked really cool. Like, doesn't it look like she has, like, angel wings or there's something? Like, it looks really cool. Badass. Yeah. I mean, there you have it. Like, that's that's what the song sounds like live. amazing.